What's up, you absolute lunatics? I'm headed to the gym. I'm doing a pretty psychotic day today. So, this is one of the last days of the cut for me. Not one of the last days, but after this, I won't have too many days left. So, in the beginning, it's the end of June right now, so at the beginning of July, I'm going to be starting a bulk. And the last time I tried to do a bulk, I fucked up. I started eating way too much, and I lost all motivation to be in the gym. And it sucked. It fucking sucked. I got really, really fat. And gained a bunch of weight. And so I spent the last couple of months trying to cut down. Well, can I make this light? Can I make this light? I can. Sweet. I spent the last couple of months trying to cut down, and now I just kind of want to I want to do a proper bulk, like a true, honest to God proper bulk. And what I'm going to do is, in high school I did a lot of powerlifting, and powerlifting is where a lot of my strengths came from. So like, in high school I did a 405 deadlift for 8, I want to say, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. In high school I did an 825 pound leg press. I did a 535 pound hack squat. In high school I did 325 pound calf raises. I'm not even lying about that. I have proof. I have evidence that I did that too. And so like I want to get back into that. My squats not my squats. My deadlifts, my bench presses were never all that impressive. In high school, I only benched like 165, and the best I got was a couple of months ago at like 200, I think it was, 205 maybe, for one. My chest has never been super strong, at least not compared to like the rest of my movements. No, like, don't get me wrong, like I was able to curl, like, I can't anymore, but I could curl like the 45s, stuff like that. Like there was certain things that I was really, really strong at. But my goal is, for the bulk anyway, my goal is to kind of focus on more of like a bodybuilding aspect of it. And to step away from the bodybuilding and go into like a powerlifting. So I want to focus on the traditional powerlifting stuff. I want to do, big deadlifts, big benches, big squats. I want to focus on like shoulder pressing too. I want to do a lot of that really core fundamental lifting practice, and then just try to put on size. Just try to put on a good, decent chunk of muscle, because I think that I can. I know that I can. It's just I haven't given myself a proper and honest opportunity to. And so that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on. I want to take my time though. So I'm only going to be adding roughly, so I'm going to only be adding so my meal prep right now is 250 grams of chicken and 150 grams of rice. And so I'm bulking until the end of spring next year. So I'm going to only add I'm adding 50, or no, I'm adding 10 grams of chicken every 2 weeks and 5 grams of rice every 2 weeks. And then at 10 weeks, I'm going to cut that off, and that's where my chicken and rice is going to stay, right? So at the 10-week mark, I'll have 50 more grams of chicken, so I'll be at 300 grams of chicken. And I'll be at 20 grams or 25 grams more of rice. And then, or no, sorry, I'll cut that at the 8-week mark. And so then at the 10-week mark, I'm going to add another meal in. I'm going to add in, shit. I'm going to add in another meal. It'll be at the start, it'll be 150 grams of 85-15 ground beef and 100 grams of sweet potatoes. And then I'll add on to that until about week 16 at the same rate as the chicken and rice. So 10 for the protein, 5 for the carbs. And then I also have like a breakfast that I eat, and it's like eggs and a fruit smoothie with protein powder in it. So at the peak of my bulk, at the top bulkness, I'll have a good stretch of calories to go off of, because I don't want to do a big, like, obviously since I'm taking so long to do it, I don't want to do I don't want to gain much fat. I don't want to be too fluffy, and so I won't have a ton of calories I'll be working off of. I'll have a good bit. I'll have, if my rough estimates are solid, I'll have around like 2,400 calories to work off of, 25 for a day, which, considering that I don't have a ton of lean mass on my frame right now, that's not bad. And then slowly cut back and add in, still doing cardio and stuff, but just play with the levels, you know what I mean? Play with them. That's a sick ass Trans Am. Wish y'all could see it. It's all silver and shit. That's fucking nice. But and then hopefully, because I cut down pretty well. Ooh, the gym's nice and empty too. I cut down pretty well, but not as lean as I was hoping to get, and I was still a little bit too pudgy for my taste. So I want to hopefully add on enough size, and so that next spring when I start cutting down, it's a lot better for me, and I can lose a lot more fat, and it'll go a lot easier for me. So I think overall, sort of what my overall plan is, I have some benchmarks for what I want to hit. I want to get my deadlift back up to about 450, well, above my PR, so I want to get around like 455, somewhere in there. I want to do like a 230 or a 250 bench, and then my squat, I want to do a 385 squat. I want to do that. That would be pretty sick. So I think that would be pretty rad if I could manage that, you know what I mean? Like if I could get those big compound lifts up there. And then I want to shoulder press a plate, which I can't shoulder press too much right now, but I think a plate's a good easy target for me to hit, being that I don't shoulder press a lot. I've never really barbell shoulder pressed, and it's just very recently that I've added in dumbbell shoulder press, but that was on the cut, so it was never able to get up all that high, unfortunately. But I'm not too serious on it right now, but I'm thinking about doing like a powerlifting meet sometime next year. I think that would be pretty rad. That'd be pretty cool if I could do that. But yeah, I'm gonna get in there, destroy my legs, have a good time. I'm pretty fueled up at the moment, pretty hydrated. I'm ready for it, you know what I mean? I'm ready for a good long session too. I've had a bit of a week, so I kind of want to get in there and let it all out, you know, listen to Avenged Sevenfold and 3 Days Grace and really let it all out. So it's been nice talking to you funky fellers. I'm gonna get in there.